In this video, we'll go over the Sketch-to-Photo tool, how we can use it to generate product photographs, and how it differs from some of the other tools on Gentelier. The Sketch-to-Photo tool converts your design sketches into realistic product photographs. When you input a sketch, the model creates a photograph that has the same lines, contours, and silhouettes as your sketch. That means that the overall layout, size, shape, and boundaries of objects in the final photograph will be the same as in your sketch. You can see here that the outline of each dress is the same. If you look at the top of the hair, the model always adds a bun or a light source to create the same edge here as in the sketch, and it usually interprets this line as a necklace, but occasionally interprets it as an alternative neckline for the dress. If it's important to me that these lines in my sketch were depicted as a bun and a necklace, I can specify that in my text description. The tool is designed to produce some images that adhere very closely to your input sketch and some images that explore the design space a bit more. So you'll see some images where additional lines are added. For example, in some images here, it adds a slit to the dress and shows a leg that wasn't visible in the sketch. But the Sketch-to-Photo tool is intended primarily to help you explore different colors and materials for a product with a form and shape you're already pretty happy with. If you want to get lots of renderings that all feature a significant alteration to the form, like a slit with a visible leg in a dress, you'll get better results if you upload a new sketch that depicts this slit, or if you use the photo editor tool. While your sketch determines the overall layout and shape of everything in the photograph, your text description determines the colors, textures, and style. We use the text description to tell the model how to color in the sketch. From a single sketch, you can make a variety of very different looking dresses using different text descriptions. For example, here I wrote a magazine cover photo of a punk rock bleach blonde woman with tattoos in a teal patent leather strapless dress with metal studs. However, all the images will have the same layout, size, shape, and silhouette because they come from the same sketch. If you want to change the silhouette of an image, for example, if we want to make this a mini dress, it doesn't work very well because the model doesn't know how to make sense of these lines in the sketch without putting fabric there. If your sketch has any lines that would need to be erased in order to obey your text description, you should probably be using the photo editor tool instead of the Sketch-to-Photo tool. You can also use the Sketch-to-Photo tool to create variations of existing products. When you upload an existing photograph, it works the same way as when you upload a sketch. The size, shape, and silhouette of objects will be preserved, but the tool will use your text description to determine the colors, textures, and style. This is useful when you want to experiment with colors and materials of a product while maintaining its general form. In this case, my input image actually depicts 3 different views of the same product. Since I want all 3 views to be given the same new style, I've included all 3 views as a single input image, and my caption describes a single purse with a single style. I've typed a product photograph of a bright pink vinyl purse as my text prompt, and it gives me several options for this new style. If I don't like the pink look, I can then try a different style with the text description, a product photograph of a beige-brown luxury designer purse with gold accent hardware, and I get several new options. Notice how all 3 views within a photograph have the same shade of brown material and the same style of gold accents. When the photographs deviate a bit from the original design, it does so in a consistent manner across the 3 views. This is noticeable here in the area where the handle attaches to the body of the purse. It's important to keep in mind that the Sketch-to-Photo tool will always change the entire image. If you ever want to keep most of your image exactly as it is now and only change one piece of it, you need to use the photo editor instead. It's important to be descriptive with your text description, even if your input is a color sketch or a photo, and even if the contents of your input sketch or photo are obvious. With your text descriptions, it's also important that you phrase them as a caption for the photograph you'd like to see. For example, I wrote a product photograph of a beige-brown luxury designer purse with gold accent hardware, even though it's clear from the image that it's a purse with metal components. And again, I can't change the shape and silhouette of the image, so it won't work very well if I say, make it a wallet. That just depicts the purses using materials that are common for wallets and makes them appear smaller. The same issue is true if I use a blue wallet in the same style as my text description. It's designed to follow all the contours and shape of our original purse, so we get a wallet that looks a little bit like a tiny purse with handles. But we can still create a whole collection of several products that all have the same design style. Say I want a collection that features these 4 styles of purses, but I want them all to have the same style and design. Now, these are just 4 random stock images, but you could also use your actual collection from a previous year for even better results. You just load them into Sketch to Photo as a single input image. Then, in my text description, I just describe a single product in order to increase the consistency in the style applied across the products in the collection. So here I said, a product photograph of a bright pink luxury designer purse with gold accents. And you can see that it applies a consistent style across each of the 4 products within an image. In this image, it gives each of the products a consistent style of gold panel. And in this one, it modifies the clasp of the wallet to match the clasp of the purse. Here are some other examples of the images it created. So overall, we want to use the Sketch to Photo tool for experimenting with different colors, styles, and materials for sketches and products whose overall form is already pretty well defined.